Everything broke. I didn't mean to click that button. I clicked the wrong button. It's fine. Natural, your resting heart rate's not ideal. Oh. Yeah, Natra, that absolutely sounds like stress. Just stop being stressed, it's fine. You're not supposed to start balding at 16, bro. I still don't trust Eustace's father. Am I the only one that doesn't trust why his father suddenly wanted Eustace with him? It seems suspicious. Considering the day before, he didn't want anything to do with Eustace. Like, I feel suspicious. Like, it seems weird, man. Who are the people that speak ill of Eustace? I'll fight them. You are? It's okay to be wrong, Evan. It's fine. It's okay to be wrong for not liking Eustace. Oh, that's the train station. Oh. Where? Oh. Oh my god. Continuation. Chapter 5. Farewell. Huh. I don't like the name of this chapter. You overlaid your heart rate monitor so you can watch while watching gameplay? Okay, so like the heart monitor is something that people have been trying to get me to have for years while streaming. And I'm like, I don't know if you want to see my heart rate while I'm streaming. Cause like... sometimes there are very intense moments in the games I play. And also thirsting over characters makes my heart rate go up. Maybe if I was like a horror game streamer, then I would consider it. But I'm not, so... Okay, anyway, we gotta read this continuation of this book that's like 14 chapters. So this is the culprit behind the vampire murders, you say? Gerard peered at the sketch, brows drawn down. The morning after Alphonse and Rose had fought the vampire, he had made sure to report that fact to Gerard. The sketch Gerard was studying had been outlined based on Alphonse's testimony. It depicted a figure dressed all in black with the upper face obscured. The portrait showed everything Alphonse could recall of the vampire's distinguishing features, and he hoped they would be helpful to the army's investigations. Naturally, he had left out how the suspect was actually a vampire and capable of turning itself into black smoke on a whim. Having his commanding officer think him crazy would help no one. The purpose of the sketch was simply to help people watch out for the culprit, not to try and convince them of its true nature, after all. He did wish he could tell them the complete truth, if only to better prepare them for a potential encounter against the monster and help them more effectively hunt it. But he knew better than anyone that no ordinary human would be able to stand up to it. He had learned that much firsthand the previous night. Trying to fight the vampire will only lead to unnecessary fatalities, and organizing large teams to try and exterminate it could even lead to it hiding itself away, or worse, fleeing the capital and going elsewhere. As such, the best chance to defeat it once and for all seemed to lie with Rose. Gerard straightened and fixed Alphonse with a concerned eye. Anyway, Al, I'm just glad that you and Luca are both alright. Then he let out a relieved sigh, as if that genuinely was the most important thing to him. The description and portrait of the black-clad man would be used to encourage people to be more vigilant and watch out for the culprit. If the number of people going out at night were to decrease, the number of murders would likely decrease too. Gerard tried to convince Alphonse to rest for the day, not least because he had been injured the previous night, but Alphonse had no intention of listening. He and Rose had already decided to meet up and investigate further, he insisted. Gerard's brows descended once again at that. His parting words as Alphonse left his office were simply, "Just don't do anything to put yourself in unnecessary danger, alright?" While he was usually strict as a superior, it was obvious that he genuinely cared for him like a real son, a fact that Alphonse couldn't possibly be any more grateful for. Feeling newly motivated, he quietly muttered to himself, "I will stop these murders," as he walked towards the exit of the guardhouse. Just before he could set off for his meeting with Rose, however, he encountered his fellow soldier, Elroy. The other man looked as glum as ever. Judging by his appearance, he had just finished this morning's training. Beads of sweat ran down his face, and his hair was matted to his forehead. Despite this, he didn't seem the slightest out of breath. Elroy had always been that way. Though he never seemed to train more than Alphonse and the other team members, he always seemed significantly stronger and more capable than any of them. He was well aware of this fact too, and seemed to have developed a sense of superiority because of it. Looking down his nose at the others was Elroy's signature move. Today seemed no different. He turned to Alphonse with a mocking smile on his face. "So you ran into the culprit behind those so-called vampire murders, did you?" "Yeah, I did." Elroy gave a contemptuous snort. "Well, you're useless then, aren't you? Why didn't you catch him? This would have all been over if you had." As usual, Elroy wasted no time in trying to pick a fight with Alphonse, but this time he had no comeback. Elroy was right. If he hadn't been so weak, he would have been able to defeat the vampire and stop the murders the previous night. Seeing Alphonse's reaction to his provocation, Elroy folded his arms triumphantly. "The commander might favor you, but I think it's about time you stopped letting that get to your head and learned your place." Alphonse was about to retort when he noticed something. Elroy's left arm was wrapped tightly in several layers of bandages. "What happened to your arm?" Alphonse pointed to the bandages with his finger, and for a brief moment Elroy seemed unsure how to respond. That? It's nothing, really. I just hurt it in training earlier." Spots of blood peeked through the bandages, making it clear that it was a recent injury, at the very least. Alphonse looked at the damage with concern. This is why I can't stand you." Apparently thrown off by his teammates' worry, Elroy gave an audible tut before walking away, leaving a slightly embarrassed Alphonse behind. While they were hardly on the best terms, Alphonse didn't bear any particular grudge against Elroy. It was clear that the same couldn't be said for the other man, but Alphonse had no idea what he had against him. Letting out a sigh, he returned his thoughts to the investigation at hand. Now wasn't the time to be thinking about Elroy. He had to focus. With a shake of the head, he opened the guardhouse door and set out to meet Rose. They had decided to continue their search where they left off, so it was at the scene of the fourth murder that Alphonse met Rose. Despite scouring the area as thoroughly as they could, however, they found nothing that would help them identify the criminal. Eventually, Rose stopped to think for a while, before proposing that they make their way to the street where they had encountered the vampire the previous night and search the scene there. Alphonse agreed. It seemed like a completely different place during the day. The still quiet that had marked the night had been replaced with cheerful chatter and the bustling of people examining the wares of the street stalls. Since the murders were known to happen at night, people seemed happy to go about their ordinary lives during the day without a worry in the world. Taking care to avoid standing out too much, they walked side by side around the street looking for potential leads. "It's hard to believe that we fought a vampire here last night." Rose's lips curled up slightly. "Most would find it difficult enough to believe that vampires exist to begin with. I suppose that makes the existence of people like me, who live to hunt those vampires, more unbelievable still." Was that meant as a joke? Alphonse wondered. Unsure how to respond, he elected to remain silent. Unfazed, Rose set out about analyzing the previous night's events. The scent given off by the vampire was the same as the one I sensed from all of the victims. At the very least, it seems beyond a doubt that the vampire is the killer we've been searching for. "His scent?" Alphonse asked, before recalling that Rose had mentioned something similar earlier when they were trying to pursue the vampire the previous night. "So, if we follow that scent, we can find out who the vampire is." Rose shook her head. I'm afraid not. As I said before, vampires are only capable of using their powers at night. During the day, they're no different than ordinary humans, and accordingly, the scent that gives them away as being a vampire vanishes, as well. They both knew that, ideally, the best way to defeat the vampire would be to strike during the day while it was unable to activate its powers, but without any clues as to the vampire's identity, they didn't have any chance of doing so. Realizing anew just how difficult the work of a vampire hunter must be, Alphonse admired Rose all the more for being able to cope with it. Nonetheless, we made contact with a vampire yesterday, and I believe that it's a big step forward for this investigation. After all, the more fierce the battle, the greater the chance that one of the participants may leave behind some incriminating evidence. There's always the possibility that she may have seen something too. Alphonse assumed that she was referring to Luca. He made to reply, but Rose was no longer alongside him. Turning around, he realized that she had stopped in her tracks some distance behind her. Her face was as expressionless as ever, but her eyes were cast downwards, almost as if she was regretting something. What's wrong? It's nothing, she said briskly and moved on. We shall continue our search. They set about combing the streets for any remnants of their battle. At one point, Rose suggested that they split up to cover a wider area, but even after doing so and reconvening to discuss their findings, or lack thereof, they found themselves no closer to pinpointing the vampire's true identity than they were the previous day. The hour had grown late and the sun was beginning its slow descent in the sky. The warm glow of its fading rays deepened the red hue of the bricks even as the shadows cast by their sturdy walls lengthened. Alphonse ground his teeth in frustration. All this searching and not a single result. Damn it. Rose had said that the vampire's power had been increasing over time. The previous night's battle had shown that she was capable of competing with it for now, and it was that fact that had allowed them to save Luca. But there was no guarantee that would always be the case if it continued to claim more victims and grow stronger. Seeing Alphonse's vexation over their lack of progress, Rose spoke. Nothing will come from being too hasty. We each have our tasks. All we need to do is complete them. He nodded, knowing full well that she was right, but it was hard not to feel bitter about their lack of headway all the same. As he needed to go and report the results of the day's investigation to Gerard, they agreed to part ways for the time being. Alphonse proposed that they meet again at the tavern like they had the previous day, but Rose refused his offer. I'm afraid I have business I must attend to with the church. Oh, okay. I was really hoping we'd be able to patrol and keep an eye out for the vampire again, though, since you're the only one who can sense its presence. Considering what had happened the previous night, and the increasing occurrence of the murders, remaining vigilant for the vampire was of the utmost priority, or at least, that was Alphonse's thought on the matter. Rose didn't react to the disappointment in his trailing words. Instead, she merely replied that she'd watch out for it alone before excusing herself with a solemn farewell. There was a pause in which it seemed as if she wanted to say something else, but then she curtsied deeply and disappeared from his sight. Alphonse watched her go with an uneasy feeling in his gut. Something seemed off about her behavior. Unable to work out what it was, however, he was left with no choice but to watch her walk away into the distance. That night, Alphonse made his way to the tavern after giving his report to Gerard. Rose may have refused his offer to meet there, but he still wanted to look in on Luca after what had happened to her the previous day. Oh, hello, Alfie! Luca was quick to spot him, and she showed him to a seat at the empty counter. After squaring his earlier bill from the dinner with Rose with the tavern owner, Luca excitedly came over to take his order. Seeing her smile and chatter as energetically as ever, Alphonse felt relieved. He had been expecting and fearing a more subdued demeanor from her. Watching her, he couldn't help but think how close she had come to losing her life, and for a pathetic reason like feeding a vampire, just the thought made his blood boil. Alfie? Are you okay? Her nervous question made him realize that his anger must be showing in his expression. He quickly put on an awkward smile and set about eating to avoid having to explain anything. After a few bites, he felt himself calming down, and gave her a more genuine smile. I'm fine, honestly, but never mind me. You haven't managed to recall anything about what happened last night, have you? She shook her head. Sorry. I wish I could, but I can't remember a thing. He hadn't really expected her to, but he was still slightly disappointed not to be able to gather any new information. Rose had speculated that the shock of seeing the vampire had caused her to subconsciously block out any memory of what had happened. As such, it didn't seem particularly likely that she would be able to help them find out the identity of the vampire either. He sighed. Luca, meanwhile, was desperately trying to remember anything that would allow her to be of service to him. After mulling over it for a time, she suddenly let out an "ah" sound. It doesn't directly relate to what happened yesterday, but that person you know was here earlier. On her own, too. Alphonse was momentarily puzzled. Who do you mean? You know, Luca prompted with a swish of her hair. The girl you were with yesterday. It suddenly dawned on him who Luca was referring to, but Rose had specifically told him that she wouldn't be coming to the tavern today because she had business with the church. A troubled feeling began to build in the pit of his stomach. Anyway, she just came and asked me a few things about yesterday. I couldn't remember anything when she asked, either, but eventually she seemed satisfied, then just said farewell and left. Farewell. The moment Alphonse heard those words, it dawned on him. Every time he parted ways with Rose, she always left behind with a farewell for now, but not today. When they separated earlier, she had instead simply said farewell. He had thought something seemed off about her at the time, and it was then that he realized that was the reason. After that, she must have come to the tavern where she was able to discover something from Luca. But if that were the case, what would she try to do next? Sorry, I lost where I was. Alphonse fairly jumped out of his seat. Half of the food still left on his plate, and dumped enough mirror to pay for the meal hurriedly onto the table. Al? Luca goggled at him. Just keep the change. It was his second feeling of great foreboding in 2 days, and the first had been downright deadly. He rushed out of the tavern as fast as his legs would carry him onto the streets of Heimdall. The sun had long since set, and the deeply shadowed streets welcomed him into their murky depths. No! Stop ending in cliffhangers! I need more! Why? Well, I guess we have to find chapter 6. Oh? I don't remember where it is. Where's the general store? Is it this way? I don't remember. I think it was this way. Unless I can buy it at the restaurant. Nope. Couldn't be there. Would it be at Artisan Street? Don't know where the general store is. I've seen it before. Can I buy it at the inn? No? Oh god! There. I saw it once upon a time! Hey, Evan? Where's the general store? I don't remember. Inside Christie's Galleria. Yes. Boutique. Oh. There's a hidden side quest if I go to the fort. I guess I'll run there.
That one looks annoying.
Enemy sighted. Let's take them out.
Okay. Time to retreat. Bye-bye.
So this is Orok's fort. Wait, how did I end up here? Why do these things keep happening to me? Sir, this sounds like a personal problem. Is something the matter? You're my messiahs, sent by Adios to save me, aren't you? What? I'm not quite sure how you reached that conclusion. You don't seem like you're part of the provincial army, are you? What are you doing here? I'm lost. Completely lost. I'll be fine though. No worries. That's a rather positive outlook for someone who's completely lost. Who is he? Just talking with this man is making my head hurt. Well, at times like this, it just seems logical to try and stay positive no matter what. I think I may have reached my limit to that end, however. That's unfortunate. How did you get here to begin with? Well, I'll happily tell you, but fair warning, it's a truly moving tale of hardship and woe. I hope you've got some boxes of tissue handy. Hear that, chat? Go get some boxes of tissue handy for his tale of woe. Shall I begin? I think we'll pass. Aw, come on. Is there a short version? Fine, I'll see what I can do. Actually, to tell you the truth, there's not much to say. I wandered out onto the highway for a bit of change of pace and happened to spot a rare butterfly, so I chased after it. Oh god, it's worse than I thought. And suddenly, I found myself halfway along the canyon path, surrounded by monsters. So I ran, barely escaping with my life, and turned up here. What? The end. I see. That sounds like quite a predicament. As weird as this guy is, I don't think we can just leave him here like this in all good conscience. If you'd like, we'd be willing to escort you back to Bereahard. Really? You would? Oh, thank you, thank you. Evan, you didn't tell me this was an escort quest. Fuck you. You didn't tell me this was an escort quest. No. You're such nice people. I wish those nasty provincial army soldiers were more like you. Something happened? Well, I went over and asked if one of them could escort me back to the city. Well, they just said that if I made my way here, I could get myself back the same way. Honestly, with how much I hate escort quests, I'd do the same. Some people are just so cold-hearted, aren't they? Guess I shouldn't tell them I was thinking the same thing. What the fuck? I feel called out. Feel called out, man. God damn it. Okay. I really am the main character of everything. Let's just say that. Oh, God. First Van, now Reen. I really am these characters, man. I believe we all were. It looks as though the goddess hasn't abandoned me after all, though. Now, if she was kind enough to send you my way. Should we be going then? Without him, yes. Of course, Bereahard, here we come. I hate it here. Are there paths, or can I just run past all the enemies?
This monster seems dangerous. Be careful.
Are there, like, required fights with this escort mission, or can I just run past all the enemies? Let's find out. Hold up, please. Of course. I'm sorry, but would you mind giving me a moment? No. Not a problem at all. Are your legs getting tired? Oh, no, that's not it. I was just gazing at the valley beneath this bridge. If you're thinking of jumping off it, I won't stop you. I mean, what? And I thought this might be a good opportunity to calm myself down a bit. By jumping off the bridge? Okay. What are you going to do? You just let me worry about that. It'll only take a moment, I promise. I might make a bit of noise, though, so please don't panic. What? I see. What is he planning on doing? Alright, then. Oh, dear God. Whoa. How far down does this valley go? No. No. I'm not going to let that scare me. Perish the thought. I hate anniversary festivals! Okay. Okay. Ah! Farewell, my youth! Phew, much better. Shall we be off then? Did I mishear you when you said you were going to calm yourself down? I think the best thing to do right now is probably just to pretend none of this ever happened. I agree, Reen. Okay. This way, right? Nope, it's this way. I got turned around. Why did it face... wait, no, it didn't face me the correct direction. I just turned myself around. Alright. I'm gonna forget that ever happened. Have I played the Sky series? No. Why? Should I? Should I have played the Sky series? Because this man is from the Sky series. He is? Well, I have the remake of the first game. I don't know where I put it, but it's somewhere. I was getting to it at some point, if I just remember where I put the game. No, I literally own the game. I don't remember where I put it. I made it. I actually made it back alive. I'm trying to fight off the urge not to buy it again, because I did that with Persona 3 Reload. Where I bought it digitally because I couldn't find my physical copy, and then I found my physical copy literally like 2 days later. After I bought it again. So like, I'm fighting off the urge not to just like, buy it again. Thank you so much for this. You're welcome. I really have no idea how to make this up to you all. Oh, if it isn't Ricky. I don't know who Ricky is. I know I've talked to him, but so that doesn't make it better. Hey, come and let me introduce you to my good friend Ricky. Okay. Hey, Anton. You sure took your sweet time. You'll never believe what happened to me. But tragic as my story is, I made it back here all thanks to the help of these guys here. Right. I think I get what happened. Something terrible happened shortly after you left town, at which point these people came along and helped you. Haha, I knew you would understand, old buddy. This Ricky person doesn't seem exactly normal either. They do say that birds of a feather flock together. Acquired a gift sub for pumpkin emotes? What? Like Hema? Wait, I'm confused. I'm more amazed at the fact that they both seem completely calm despite all that's happened. It's kind of funny to watch, though. You guys really are a bunch of good Samaritans, aren't you? Allow me to thank you as well. It takes some real guts to stick with him the whole way. You guys really are my saviors. Oh, I know. Let me give you this for all you've done for me. It's really popular over in Crossbell. Thank you? I assume the both of you are traveling together then? Did you come from Crossbell? Nah, we're from Liberal. We were just staying in Crossbell for a while as part of our trip. Yeah, we've both been traveling for a few months now. We only got here to Erebonia about a week ago. Not gonna lie, Link, I have no idea who that streamer is. Now we're planning on making our way to our new destination. Right. So you'll be resuming your journey through Erebonia? Yep, that's the idea. Wait a minute. I remember who they are now! They make their way into beyond. They make their way into Daybreak. I remember Anton now. Oh my god, they really. Oh my god. What? Bro, even the NPCs are in every fucking game. What is this bullshit? NPCs are in the different games. Oh, don't worry about it. Daybreak is a new arc. You don't have to play the other games to understand anything. Fucking lies, bro. But that's not all. One day I will find my true self after all this traveling. Or so he says. But he's almost out of money to actually do any traveling. You'll have to prioritize searching for a job over searching for himself soon. Well, that's true, but... Are these two actually friends? Anyway, thanks so much for all your help. We'll catch you later. Stop voice acting. Sorry. You're right. I should just, like, have everyone have the same voice, bro. I shouldn't get into it, honestly. It's fine. Why was I literally screaming? Like, that man... Okay, listen. If that man were actually voice acted, that's exactly how I would imagine he would talk, not gonna lie. He would actually be, like, way too enthusiastic about everything. That's how I imagine he would actually talk if he were voice acted. Anyway. This one. Do I? Wait. Item. Do I have lobby fat? It won't tell me. Oh, she's over here. Oh, good day. Is there something you need from me? You must be Sister Titania. Not Titania, Jesus. Tatiana, I assume. I can read. Could we trouble you for a healing herb by any chance? No, I can't. That's a lie. You're right. That is a lie. Actually, it is a lie. I cannot read. Reading is hard. Reading is hard, bro. Hammond from, I still don't know how that's pronounced, Sorcier told us that we'd be able to procure some here. Oh, is that so? I see. Would you mind waiting a bit while I prepare one for you? Here you go. We appreciate it, sister. This is an ingredient used for making medicine, isn't it? Is it safe to use for food too? Of course, it's a very healthy ingredient when used for food. The only issue is that it is very bitter, so some inventiveness on the part of the chef is required to hide that. I see. Hammond must have some way of doing so then. I'm kind of interested in how he does it. Likewise. Same here. Well, thank you again for the help. You're welcome. Let's find out if I have the ingredients. Hello again. I presume you've collected all the ingredients then? Yeah, everything's here and accounted for. Here you go. Cool. Much obliged. Please make your way over to the table. I'll begin preparing the dish immediately. How was it? I call this dish deluxe herb chowder. It was beyond delicious. I feel a sort of comforting warmth throughout my body after eating it. Wouldn't mind having some of this if I ever caught a cold. I love how Fee's never been sick, apparently. Okay. Indeed, I almost feel like a bowl of this might cure it outright. Heh, I'm pleased to hear that. You did mention that this was a rather nostalgic dish. I assume Eustace had it often? That's correct. It was one of his favorite dishes, even. To tell you the truth, the one who created this dish was none other than my sister herself. In other words, Lord Eustace's mother. I see. Well then... Would that make you his uncle? Kinda surprising. Oh, oops, we didn't tell you two about that, did we? My apologies. I was under the impression that you were all aware. I wasn't expecting his mother to be the creator of this dish, though. His mother must have been skilled at cooking if she could think of a dish this delicious. She was indeed. She would even come by to help out from time to time. The first time she made this soup was when Lord Eustace fell ill during his younger years. She went to the church to ask for medicinal herbs. After which, she set about inventing a dish that would be both easy for him to digest and enjoyable to eat. How sick was he? You know, I don't want that question answered. Just kidding. Lord Eustace was always at the front of her mind. It really does sound like she cared deeply for him. And yet he lost her 8 years ago. Sounds like he hasn't had such an easy life after all. Oh? Machias? Oh? Someone's thinking about Eustace. Who might that be? Certainly not me. Oh, Machias? I probably said too much. I was hoping that Lord Eustace would be here to enjoy this too, but... Anyway, I'm happy that I could talk to you all about this. We got to learn a bit more about Eustace, so likewise. Well, that brings my request to an end. Thank you all for your help. There's plenty of soup left over, so feel free to take it with you. 5? Oh, thank you, sir. Let me give you this as well. It's the recipe for the creamy chowder that this dish was based off. It can be made with more common ingredients. If you have the time, you should try and make it for yourselves. I kind of want to make it right now. I feel somewhat bad being treated to a delicious meal and then being taught a new recipe. That's very generous of you. This is the least I could do for Lord Eustace's friends. Goodbye then. I wish you luck with your future endeavors. Bro, like, I feel so fucking bad for Eustace having a shithole of a father. I mean, like, his dad didn't even want him to introduce us to him. He just didn't fucking care. Which is also why I'm suspicious of him suddenly inviting Eustace to the mansion. Like, bro. Didn't even give your own son the time of day, and then you suddenly invite him the next day to the to the manor like nothing happened. Like, I don't get it, man. Wait, Evan, where's the monster? The very north end? Up there? Oh, God. Okay. That? Venus man trap, understood. There it is. Looks as strong as yesterday's. That means you'll really need to be careful, considering Eustace isn't with us today. Green. Yes, Machias? I'm ashamed of what happened yesterday. I know we've had our share of differences, but, well, He's embarrassed. Quiet, Fee. I'm trying to. I caused problems for everyone, too. My injuries were a result of my own carelessness. Hopefully, by giving this fight everything we've got, we can make up for this whole mess together. I'm counting on you, Machias. I won't let you down. I'm scared. Okay.
This one's dangerous. Stay
My turn.
There you go. Silky dance. That's that.
My turn. Go!
I'll help. Yeah. Here.
Leave it to me. Take that. Too slow. Go.
It's my turn. Here.
It's my turn.
Okay.
My turn. Now's a chance.
I'll help. I'll handle it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's my turn. My turn. Now's a chance.
I'll help.
Are you hurt, Emma?
Actually, it was fun. Done. Making progress.
I did it.
We won. We sure did. And in doing so, I believe we successfully redeemed ourselves for yesterday. Good work, everyone. Suppose that gets a pass. I'm sorry, everyone. I've been dragging you all down. Especially you, Reen. I owe you double the apology. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. It's alright, Machias. Don't worry about it. If I just answered you honestly from the start, all of this could have been avoided. I say again, Reen didn't technically lie to him. He doesn't actually have any noble blood in him. He was adopted. So I say again, Reen technically didn't lie at all. So if anything, I should be the one apologizing. I'm sorry for misleading you. No. Anyway, it's all in the past now. I'm glad to have you in our group, Machias. The same to you. Heh, and I'm glad the two of you are finally able to make up. Ah, youth. Few younger than all of us. Hey, don't make fun of us. So, as long as we're on a roll here, why not use this chance to make up with Eustace too? What? If you could just be more honest with one another, I'm sure even combat links wouldn't be out of the... Not a chance. My behavior toward you is wrong, and I fully admit that. But Eustace is a whole different story. Is he? He and I are fundamentally incompatible, and nothing any of you can can change that. I guess getting those two to accept one another is so a long ways off. Well, we should probably head back to town, don't you think? Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Yusa should be back soon too. I'm hungry. Thank you, Fee. Fine. Let's go. Thank you, Fee. Always there for us, Fee. Fee is a mood, honestly. Hold it right there. Yes? The Provincial Army? You're those students from Thor's military academy, aren't you? The ones who have come for a field study? Yes, that's us. Is there some kind of problem? He's a perfect match for the photo. How convenient for us. What are you doing? First year student Machias Regnitz, correct? You're under arrest. Don't try to resist, if you know what's good for you. What the fuck? What's going on? Wait. This has to be some kind of mistake. On what grounds are you arresting him? A number of charges have been filed, but the most egregious is an accusation of trespassing into Arok's fort yesterday afternoon. Wait, do you mean when we saw that silver object? You can't be serious. I was near the fort at the time the intrusion occurred, certainly. But I was there with my classmates. If you aren't going to believe their testimony, then why am I the only one under suspicion? Every one of us here can vouch for him. And not just us. Yusa Alvareo was with us at the time, and can personally verify that what Machias is saying is true. You have to do better than that. Oh, dear God, there's more of them. We're outnumbered. All you need to do is... Wait, all you need to know is that this boy is a person of interest. And we have the right to take him in for questioning. There's no point in fighting it. You're coming with us, whether you like it or not. He has witnesses. And they're all standing next to him at the moment, except for Yusa's. Emma looks concerned. Fee and Reen are pissed. Machias also looked pissed. Oh man. Looks like she was right on the mark. Glad I came here for Legram for this, but the question is, what's the best way to handle this situation? Machias is getting arrested. Yeah, that's what you missed, Natra. He's getting arrested for something he didn't do. Get in there. Don't worry. Do as you're told and you won't be hurt. If you're found to be innocent, we'll let you out. Eventually. Damn it. How could I have been so careless? Considering Dad's position, I should have known this could happen. As I keep telling you, Machias couldn't possibly have committed the crimes he's accused of. He's been with us ever since we arrived in Breahard yesterday afternoon. He's never left our sight. So if you really believe he was responsible, shouldn't you be arresting us as well? You're wasting your breath. Machias Regnitz will be kept in our custody until he's been cleared of all charges against him. We've already contacted the Academy to inform them of this. You kids should just focus on your field study or whatever it is you're here for, and let due process take its course. Okay, well, if the academy has been contacted, does that mean Instructor Sarah is just gonna, like, fucking appear? That's gotta mean Sarah's just gonna, like, randomly appear from thin air, right? Unbelievable. Oh, and one more thing. Eustace's business at the Duke's estate will take longer than expected to complete. I'm afraid he will be unable to rejoin you. Of fucking course, because that's too convenient. That's too convenient. Oh, yeah. Yeah, arrest his classmate with no proof, and then say that Eustace will take longer than expected. Yeah. Because that makes sense. Wow. Gee. That can't... Did this come from Eustace himself? Couldn't tell you. I'm just relaying the message given to me by the Alberea household. Of course it wasn't from fucking Eustace. I don't think Eustace is aware any of this is happening, honestly. And don't even think of trying to go to the mansion to see him. You won't even get past the front gate. Oh, Fee! I know one person that can, Fee. Fee could probably sneak in and no one would notice. Let's be honest here. Oh, Fee! I'm betting they've had this whole thing planned out since yesterday, which means the reason Eustace got called away is because they knew that if he were here, he may have been able to prevent Machias' arrest. That's what I'm fucking saying! It seemed too suspicious that Eustace suddenly got called to the estate by his father that wants nothing to do with him. I assume that's what you were going to say anyway. It makes sense. He was probably called home to keep him from interfering. Almost certainly, I'd say. It's past noon already. We should head back to the hotel. If Eustace hasn't left a message for us, we're going to need to start thinking about other ways to handle this. Like Fee sneaking in to tell Eustace? Yeah, let's do that. Oh my god. I'm terribly sorry. They insisted on conducting our precautionary search as part of their investigation. I believe they'll be leaving by this evening, but I'm afraid that's all I know. I see. We're very sorry for the trouble. I think we should go. Hey. Yes, I agree. So, in all likelihood, the reason Machias was arrested has nothing to do with the incident at the fort yesterday. They just wanted him because his father's the imperial governor and a key figure in the reformist faction. Basically, they wanted a hostage so they could have an advantage in future negotiations. That does seem to be the most plausible explanation. They wouldn't hurt him or anything, though, would they? I wouldn't be so sure. Tensions are high on both sides. Worst case scenario, they might use the threat of violence to get what they want. That's awful. This may well fall under the scope of our field study, though. It may be risky, but how about we try to do something about this situation ourselves? I think we should. We can't just abandon him. I'm in. Thank you both. Of course Fee's in. I think our best bet here is to track down Eustace. There's no way he could possibly have been in favor of arresting Machias. Yes, I agree. This had to have been a decision made by Duke Alberea himself. But Eustace is locked up at home. Maybe his brother would help us? Rufus? He did have a pleasant demeanor when speaking with Machias yesterday, so he just might. But he said he had business to take care of in the capital, and there's no telling when he'll be back from that. So I don't think we can count on him, unfortunately. Got it. Then our only option is to break him out ourselves. Fee? That's a little excessive. Think about it. We have a perfect chance to bust him out while he's still at the guardhouse. But if they take him at the fort, we lose that chance, and we won't get another. Well, can't argue with that, at least. Alright, let's give it a try. Okay, if you're sure. We need to be as covert as possible, though. If we get caught, it has to be after Machias is out safely. If it's before that, there's no way we can talk our way out of this. But the charges against him are obviously false, so if we can get him out safely, they'll be very limited in what they can do to retaliate. Yeah, and the provincial army isn't going to want to do anything that will hurt their image either. If we can manage to get out of Breahard, we're more or less home free. So, no smoke grenades then. Smoke grenades? You don't carry those around with you, do you? What fair maiden doesn't? I don't even know where to begin listing what's wrong with that statement. Hey, Master. What are the monsters in the underground waterway like these days? Been 3 months or so since you last went down there, huh? Guessing the place is probably crawling with them again by now, though I'm sure not going... What? Though I'm sure not going down to check. And it seems pretty obvious that the provincial army's got no interest in taking care of them. How can they even sleep at night knowing their beautiful city's got nasty monsters crawling around underneath it? I'd go take care of him myself if someone put a request in. Well, if I hear anything of the sort, I'll send a message over to Legram and let you know. Sure, it'd make you some good scratch. Cheers to that, Master. Alright, I better get going. Looking forward to dropping by for another of your espressos sometime. Sure, I'll see you on the way back if you can make it. Huh. Don't see many people dressed like that around here. Those are some fancy red uniforms. You guys students or something? Oh, yes, sir, we are. We're from Thor's Military Academy in Trista. We were sent here for a field study as part of our curriculum. Thor's, huh? Pretty fancy place, ain't it? I've got no idea what they've got doing for your field study, but good luck. Breahard's a pretty nice city, but it's not without its fair share of problems. Excuse me. Do you know that blonde-haired man who just left? Oh, Toval? Sure, he's a bracer. A bracer? Huh. I haven't seen a bracer in a long time. Probably because there just aren't that many around anymore. Yeah, there used to be a guild branch here in Breahard, but it's been closed for a couple years now. Toval just came up by train from the Legram branch every so often. Really? By the way, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I thought I overheard you saying something about monsters in an underground waterway. Oh, that? Yeah. There's a huge network of waterways beneath the city. Been there for a long, long time now. And it's chock full of monsters. When the guild still had a branch here, the bracers would clear them out. But nowadays, nobody goes near it, and the waterway's just sort of stagnating under the provincial army's control. Because they're too proud to trouble themselves with fighting monsters, of course. How much ground does the waterway cover? Supposedly all the way from the east side of the city to the west. So, from the station to somewhere under the Noble District, I'd guess. Heard a rumor a while back that it even goes under the Duke's mansion, but that's probably just one of those urban legends. Oh? Interesting. That was a well-timed clue. Yeah, an underground waterway built in the Middle Ages that extends all the way to the Noble District. It's almost too perfect. Seems likely it's connected to the provincial army's guardhouse where Machias is being held too. The guardhouse itself was probably built in the Middle Ages too, so that would stand to reason. If we use the waterway, we may be able to rescue him without being discovered. Alright, let's give it a shot. There must be an entrance accessible to the town if the bracers were able to get inside to exterminate the monsters. That's a good point. We should search the whole road between the Noble District and Station Street. Roger that. Is it the way I was trying to go before? Oh, it's open now. Could this be the entrance to the underground waterway? I can feel a breeze from inside. Seems like it's pretty spacious. This must be the place then. Now we just need a way to unlock it. Probably not a good idea to draw my store in the middle of a city. May I have a try? What? A hairpin? Not gonna lie, I was expecting Fee to do it. Not Emma. Not my sweet innocent Emma. You're going to pick it? I have no idea if it'll actually work, but it's worth a shot, right? Wow. That was really impressive. I remembered reading how to do it in a mystery novel once. I'm so glad it actually worked. Oh? Nice job, Emma. We should be able to get inside now. Let's get all our things in order, then head on in and pray no one sees us. Hey. Sounds good to me. Can they stop taking my party members though? I'm tired. It's slowly going. As long as they don't take my healer, I honestly don't care. Truly. Just don't take my healer, bro. Emma has Revive. This waterway is actually quite pretty. I was expecting the Verdant City to be beautiful, but it never dawned on me the same might be true if it's underground. There are tricky monsters here too, though. We need to head west, to the part of the waterway that connects to the Provincial Army's guardhouse. Once we're there, we have to find a way to inside so we can rescue Machias. Right. Understood. Bro, I've lost basically everyone in the party at some point to use, except for Fee and Emma. We lost Reen, briefly. And then we lost Eusis. And then we've lost Machias. And now we're down to 3 people.
Hostile spotted. My turn.
Here we go.
Okay. Yeah. I'll handle it. Okay. Okay. Here.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Okay. Here. My turn. Yeah. Here. Okay.
Brother.
Yeah. My turn. Okay. Okay. Here. Okay. Hostile
Reen didn't do anything because they kept stunning him. Be like that though? Shut up.
My turn.
It's my turn. Yeah. She's slow. My turn. It's my turn. This is bad. I was
No, they're fine.
close. It's my turn. Hear me. Thanks.
I'm sorry.
No, they're fine.
It's my turn. Hear me.
Thanks.
I'll handle it.
Why is everything hitting so hard?
Careless. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Hear me.
Thanks.
This is bad. I was
The fuck?
careless. Yeah. Hear me. Thanks. Okay.
Not yet. Now's a chance.
Okay.
Too slow. Won't give up.
This is bad.
Wait, do they lose the link if one dies? Oh.
Just the kind of thing you'd expect in an old ruin like this.
Do you think it's powered by the water flowing through here?
Enemy sighted. Take
Okay.
him out. My turn.
Yeah.
Okay,
My turn. Now's a chance.
my turn.
Okay.
My turn.
My turn.
It's my turn.
My turn.
My turn. Done.
I certainly didn't expect to encounter the three of you down here.
Huh?
What?
Is that...
Uses.
I'm so glad you're safe.
Of course I am. Though I can't say I was expecting to be placed under house arrest the moment I returned to the mansion.
So that's what happened.
You know what's going on?
Unfortunately, arresting the Imperial Governor's son under a false charge in order to keep the reformist faction under control. I find it hard to believe my father would attempt something so brazen. He didn't have any intention of talking to me. Not the slightest inclination. This was all planned from the start.
Uses.
Enough about me. Thanks to my brother, I'm familiar with the general layout of this waterway. I'll lead us to the guardhouse. Let's get moving.
You're actually...
You were planning on saving him even if you had to do it alone, weren't you?
Nothing like last month's field study.
Don't get the wrong idea. I just can't condone my father's actions. Besides, he's no doubt huddled up, crying and lonely in the corner of his cell right now. It's worth rescuing him just to see that.
All right. Let's get moving.
Oh my god, I have 4 people again. Oh! He learned his S-craft. Bro, now Fee and Reen can stop fucking dying. Jesus.
The entrance to the guardhouse is to the west. We should hurry.
So I should go east then.
Bring it on.
Okay.
Wait, who am I?
My turn. Now's a chance.
Okay.
I'll handle this.
My turn.
Ow.
Yeah. Here. Oh, we should.
Oh, that's how I get this one. Back in we go. Yep.
Why is this ladder so long?
Is it harder to climb ladders when you've got a big chest?
Oh!
Fee,
Fee, you can't just ask a person that question. Fee, what the fuck?
we'll have to fight our way through. Okay.
Oh.
Here we go.
My turn.
Very well.
Of course. Why would I want to do anything with my attackers?
It's my turn. Here, now. I was
Well,
careless. Okay.
everyone's either
Hear me.
Thanks.
dead or stunned.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Impossible.
Okay.
Well,
Hear me.
I suppose I should
It's
thank
not
you.
over yet.
I was careless.
honestly, this might be GG.
Sorry. Yeah. Hear me.
Thanks.
Because my attackers keep fucking getting stunned and they can't do anything. Cool, no. Yeah, this is GG, guys.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I literally got stun locked. Hey, no one complained to me about getting stun locked ever again. No one complained to me about getting stun locked in a video game ever again.
We'll have to fight our way through.
I don't want to hear it in like Genshin. Oh no, I'm stun locked. Shut the fuck up, man. Oh, no one has the link. Wait, no, they do.
I'll handle it.
My turn.
It's my turn. Yeah, now.
I'll handle it.
My turn.
This is bad.
It's my turn.
Go.
I was careless.
Oh.
My turn.
Uses the getting stun locked again. That's fine.
Hear me.
Thanks.
Here we go.
Brother!
Okay, here.
I'll handle it. My turn.
It's just stupid.
Yeah.
I won't lose time.
But they keep dying, so I have like no fucking CP either.
Done.
Jesus Christ. Only Eustace. Oh my god. Eustace is the only one that got healed because he fucking leveled up. That was stupid. No one complained to me about enemies stun locking you in a video game ever again. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear your complaints. That was bullshit.
My turn.
Okay.
Here we go.
My turn.
My turn.
My turn. Okay. It's it.
No, I'm playing on the easiest difficulty, bro. Listen, that's how bullshit this game is. This is the easiest difficulty. This is the story difficulty.
There's another lattice door.
There should be a mechanism to open it somewhere
This is
nearby.
the story difficulty. I don't know what you want from me, man.
Enemy sighted.
Okay.
Take him out.
Yeah, yeah.
My turn.
Go. That's that. Let's get.
Very well. I
Okay.
will serve as your opponent.
Yeah.
Go. Go.
There. Very well.
I'll handle it. Hostiles new.
Making progress. Success.
And now I just need Rain to get a level up so he can get fully healed.
Hostiles.
Oh, not again.
Combat. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Very well.
Here we go.
Yeah, here.
My turn.
Got it. Okay.
Very well.
My turn.
I'll handle it. Hostiles neutral.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Oh.
Enemy sighted.
Okay,
Take him out.
Very well.
Here we go.
I'll handle it.
okay.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Very well.
Go. Okay. It's safe. I did it.
Okay.
Oh, a treasure chest.
I'm exhausted.
It's gotta be the chest.
Oh my.
V, that's enough.
Honestly.
A door? It looks to be made of iron, but there's no keyhole. Guess it can only be opened from the other side. Could this be the path that leads to the guardhouse? It is, indeed. This path connects the waterway with the building's lower levels. I had no idea the door between the two areas could only be opened from the inside, however. But how are we supposed to get through? I can't pick the lock if there's no keyhole. It looks far too sturdy for my sword to have much effect either.
This can be overcome.
V?
What do you mean?
Stand back.
What are you doing?
I know this smell.
Explain yourself, please.
Ignition.
What?
What?
Done.
Done?
Did you?
Was that a bomb?
Portable high-powered explosive. Plasticity makes it handy for this kind of espionage work.
Explosive?
Where could you possibly have gotten such a thing?
Fee, I think at this point we have a right to know. What exactly is your background?
Reen?
The day of the entrance ceremony, I saw you dodging that trap floor the rest of us fell into. You're 2 years younger than us, yet you're physically no weaker at all. In fact, I'd say when it comes to combat situations, you seem almost like you're holding back.
Impossible.
Guess you got me. Before I came to the academy, I was a Jaeger. That's where I learned how to handle explosives and use my gun swords. That's all.
A Jaeger? I wasn't expecting that.
I've heard that term before. The best of the best mercenary outfits are known as Jaeger Corps.
Jaeger Corps are almost synonymous with the Grim Reaper. To think I'd be going to school with a Jaeger.
Me? A Reaper?
No, that's not... I spoke out of turn. I mustn't let prejudices get the better of me.
That's right. Knowing her past doesn't change who she is now.
Thanks for telling us, Fee. And I'm sorry for prying.
Not bothered. But we should hurry if we want to save Machias.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, let's press onward.
All right.
This looks like the place.
Looks like an underground prison, all right.
Indeed, it must be here somewhere.
Am I hearing things?
Machias!
And still in one piece by the sound of it.
What are you all doing here? There's no way the Provincial Army would just let me go. You didn't sneak in, did you?
We came in through the underground waterway.
I'll open the cell.
How are you going to... What the...
We'll explain when we have more time.
Yeah, right now we need to get away from here before we're caught.
As long as we can make it back to the city, we should be able to bluff our way out of any further trouble.
Right. Thanks. I'd resigned myself to being stuck in there for a while. I must admit, though, I'm surprised you, of all people, would come to my aid.
I only came to get a glimpse at your tear-stained face. Plus, thought this might be a good opportunity to pay back my father.
I see.
What? Voices? Damn. It's... Oh, Lord Eustace?
As much as I would love to praise you for a job well done, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to take a short rest.
Huh? Let's clean house.
Roger that.
Right!
Bring it on. My turn.
I'm sorry, Eustace just like... fighting the army that his father runs is funny to me.
My turn.
Okay.
It's my turn! Here!
Ow.
Turn.
I'll handle it.
I'll handle this.
Okay!
My turn.
Here we go.
I'll handle this.
Yeah! Here!
I'll handle it.
My turn.
My turn. What a waste of time. Let's go.
They're strong, but beaten by students. Mission accomplished. Are you sure you're alright with this? They'll be unconscious for a while, but their lives are in no danger. Our priority right now is getting out of here as fast as we can. They shouldn't be able to catch up with us if we leave right now. Understood. Let's go. Oh. Oh.
If I hadn't been so careless, this would never have happened.
There wasn't much he could have done.
I'm just glad you're all right.
What happened here? It's no good. They're out cold. Someone must have snuck in through the underground waterway. Curses. It has to be those damned students. Someone needs to show them their place. Release the beasts. What beasts? Those pesky sneaks can serve as test subjects for them. What was that? It came in the direction of the cells. Might be some kind of trained beast. You've gotta be joking. If you have the energy to shout, you have the energy to run. Oh. Oh, running. Running, understood. I don't know how to leave. That's how you leave. Oh.
There are 2 of them, and they're big.
And fast.
Hurry!
Right.
This is the worst day ever.
We're surrounded.
They're very well trained.
Cats? No, dogs. They're like dogs.
Your family's army employs monsters like this?
No one ever told me.
They aren't going to let us past, are they?
Smart beasts.
So we'll just have to take him down.
Indeed. Bad dogs require stern discipline.
Time to wrap up this month's field study. Class 7, Group A. Commence attack on the targets.
All right.
Don't let it intimidate you.
This might actually be a challenge. Good.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
But it took my healer out. B, I'm sorry.
Good luck. I'll take it from here.
B, I'm sorry. I need my healer. This is a great opportunity to see what uses this thing is.
You're in the shoe. Crystal Saber.
What the fuck?
My turn.
Flames, gavel on my blade. Strike.
Okay. Here.
Right. Eat that.
Okay. Here.
Right.
Here we go. Go.
I'll help. It's my turn.
I'll handle this.
Now. Got you. It's my turn.
Go.
It's my turn. Here.
Here we go.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
Now. There.
It's my turn. Here.
My turn.
Ow.
My turn.
Leave
Oh.
it to me.
Go.
my turn! Eat that!
Here we go!
Yeah! Here!
Go!
Right!
Okay! This is it!
Go! My turn!
It's my turn!
I won't lose like this.
Yeah! Yeah!
Go!
Leave it to me!
My turn! Go!
I'll help!
This is nuts.
Okay!
Go!
I won't lose like this. How pathetic.
An A+ outcome.
A matter of course.
I feel like I'm going stronger.
Literally everyone except Reen got a level up.
We did it.
That was tough.
I thought we were done for.
I have no intention of letting filthy beasts get the better of me. Trained or otherwise.
Honestly now, this is no laughing matter, you know.
Look who's talking. You're grinning like an idiot.
Not as much as you are.
There they go.
I don't think we could have wrapped this month's field study up more perfectly if we'd tried.
We were all able to form combat links with one another, too.
Damn.
We're not through the woods just yet, it would seem.
Looks like the end of the road.
You've pushed your luck one step too far this time! Are you that desperate to be thrown in a cell with Ragnitz?
If you want to arrest us, go right ahead.
Lord Eustace! What are you doing here? I thought you'd been locked in the mansion!
I chose to return to my studies. Well, what's it to be? Accusing my classmates of this crime will implicate me as well.
We couldn't possibly point our rifles at Lord Eustace.
Silence! Not even Lord Eustace has the right to trespass in a military facility, much less to release a suspect in our custody, directly opposing the orders of His Grace the Duke.
Enough! We may not be the best of friends, but I am Eustace Albarea. I will not simply stand by and watch as one of my classmates is arrested under false charges and used in a tool in some political war.
Lord Eustace. Eustace?
We have our orders, and nothing you say will change that. Disarm them, men, Lord Eustace included.
That will not be necessary.
What?
Impossible.
Lord Rufus? Lord Rufus!
We'd heard you were in the capital.
How? Why are you...
I received a message from the Academy at noon today, and I returned by airship as quickly as I could. With your instructor.
What?
Looks like you've all done a fine job.
Instructor Sarah?
What are you doing here?
I've been filled in on the circumstances, more or less. I'll take care of matters here. You all return to your posts at once.
But, Lord Rufus, with all due respect...
I've already informed my father. Or do you intend to embarrass me beyond your other transgressions?
No, of course not. Second company, withdraw! Sir!
Please, excuse us.
Oh my. Well, you can tell they're well trained, if nothing else.
The provincial army takes its training very seriously, of course. Though I resent the mere notion that it could be misused so grievously.
I'm sure you do.
So, what brings you here, instructor? Seriously, why are you here?
Your timing is a little too convenient.
Did you come after receiving word from the provincial army?
Nope. I actually heard about what was happening a little earlier from a friend of mine. As soon as the news reached my ears, I shot to my feet and got right in contact with the director here. And he was kind enough to give me a ride on his airship back from the capital.
I don't know what to say.
Honestly, you seem to be prepared for virtually everything. Wait a second.
Director?
Oh, you don't know yet, do you?
I also serve as a permanent member of the Academy's Board of Directors. Perhaps we'll have the opportunity to meet again in that capacity.
The board of directors?
Why is this the first I'm hearing of this?
I decided to keep it a secret so I could see the look on your face when you found out. I'm not the only member of the board, though, of course. I'm simply one of 3 permanent members.
That explains why you knew so much about Class 7.
Way too well prepared.
Still, I had no idea my father would attempt something so foolish while I was away. He's always been an obstinate man, but he's simply gone too far this time. As a member of the Academy's board, I cannot remotely condone the unlawful arrest of a student.
Rufus?
Thank you for your concern.
So that's Class 7, eh? A little rough around the edges, but they managed to get through in one piece. I think I see now why you're so fixated on them, Sarah. And Rufus Alborea. I've heard people say he's the sharpest noble of the bunch, but still.
What business could he possibly have over by the canyon so early in the morning? Is that what you were about to ask?
Who are you?
Pay me no mind. I'm but a low-ranking noble. I've been watching over those young students to see what they're capable of, much like yourself.
Really now? You'll forgive me for asking, but you look awfully like someone a couple of acquaintances mentioned to me a long time ago. You wouldn't happen to have some fancy-sounding stage name or anything, would you?
Ha ha! You'll just have to find that out on your own. Your acquaintances wouldn't be a certain innocent young couple from a foreign land, though, would they?
You'll just have to find that out on your own.
Indeed. Well, if you'll please excuse me, it's almost time for the airship to depart, and I really must be getting back to Heimdall. May we meet again, young bracer. Do give my regards to the Purple Lightning, if you would.
As if the situation weren't messy enough. It seems we've got another source of trouble on our hands now. I'd better let the others know, just in case.
And you call yourselves teenagers. Unlike me, you actually get to go to sleep every night. You should be full of energy by this point in the day.
Give me a break.
Considering all that's happened this weekend, I think we can be forgiven for being a little tired.
Well, that's certainly true enough. Group B had their fair share of problems to deal with as well, but they weren't quite as serious as yours. Although they were of a similar nature.
What do you mean exactly?
Did they also wind up getting involved in a conflict between the two factions?
More or less. St. Ark is another territory belonging to one of the 4 great houses, after all. So they got themselves caught up in a bit of trouble. The 4 of them managed to get through it together in the end, though.
Well, that's good.
That's a relief, yeah.
But, Sarah, just what kind of mirror did they pour into buffing up Aurochs Fort anyway? What we saw was nuts.
So I've heard. And the Provincial Army isn't the only force trying to improve its armaments. The Imperial Army is doing the same, with the Blood and Iron Chancellor and his 20 armored divisions squarely at the center.
Really?
How should the military academy... Well, how should we act in a situation like this? Thor's graduates join both the provincial and imperial armies, right?
That's nothing you need to be worrying about. Not right now, at least. You're at the academy to learn. That's all you should be focusing on. While you're there, it's true that you may be forced to acknowledge some of the more unpleasant realities of Erebonia. But I believe there's something special to be gained from that. Something you can only gain now, at this moment in time. So long as you're together with your friends and classmates, people for whom there is no substitute. Maybe when you graduate and go out into the world, much of what you've learned at Thor's will have little meaning. But I still truly believe that sometime, somehow, what you experience as part of Class 7 will be an invaluable treasure to you. It may not seem that way now, but I know in my heart that it will someday.
Instructor.
You almost had me there for a moment.
That was the last thing I ever thought I'd hear from you.
Hey! What's with all the laughing?
I'm really sorry. Your words were quite touching, but...
Coming out of your mouth, they were just...
Painfully droll.
Something we can only gain now, at this moment in time. So long as we're with our friends and classmates, for whom there is no substitute.
Stop that! Are you trying to kill me?
You kids are awful. I was being serious, you know. Why must this instructor thing be so difficult sometimes?
Looks like they got back okay. So glad I didn't have to bust in and save them. I thought it was all over when I got spotted at the fort, though. Hey, White Rabbit here! Uh-huh, everything went A-okay. Don't sweat the details. I did what I was supposed to. No sign of them, though, but I did find a bunch of other interesting stuff. What? Fake intel? Someone managed to get a leg up on you and Gramps? Must have been one heck of a guy. Huh? Me? I'm gonna go meet up with Claire now. Gotcha! See you then, Lecter! this all about. Sounds kind of fun. Lammy! Yep, we're done here. Let's get going, Aragetlum.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world. I've got a little reward here for you. Keep up the good work. Perfect! You guys are the best!
It was the middle of June. With summer well underway, a rainy spell seemed to hang over Trista. With our field study wrapped up, the other members of Class 7 and I returned to normal school life. But just when we thought we'd gotten used to the challenging lessons and the breakneck workload, a moment of dread washed over us, making our blood run cold.
As you all know, tomorrow marks the start of your midterm exams. I'm no good with all these papers and essays and circling answers, so I won't really be able to help you much. But I'm administering some of your tests, so I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. Make me proud, class!
Sometimes I lie awake at night and wonder how you became our teacher.
As I recall, aren't you in danger of a lecture by the vice principal if our performance isn't up to par?
Oh, I'm not too worried about that. Most of you tend to get pretty high grades anyway. I can hardly wait to see how well you all do. Remember, the results will be announced next Wednesday. Your scores will be posted on the board by rank, so you can see how you compare to the other classes in your year.
Oh, the sooner this week is over, the better.
I can almost taste the tedium.
I'm not gonna let Emma squeak by me again this time.
Oh, one more thing. They're gonna stick the average score for each class up there on the board, too.
Our class averages? I suppose their intent is to furnish us with motivation in the form of class bragging rights.
Well, I do enjoy a challenge.
Anyway, I know it's only noonish, but I think that's enough homeroom for today. You guys can stay here and study, or just head on back to your dorms. Up to you. Prez, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. Stand, bow.
Geez, what should I do? I could stand to bone up on just about everything, honestly, but my biggest worry right now is math. I wouldn't mind doing a few study sessions with you, if you think it would help. I need to review math anyway. I'm not sure how much time I'll be able to spare, though. You mean it? That'd be a huge help. My biggest weak spot is Erebonian history, I guess. I doubt that comes as a huge surprise to anyone. I think I understand all the material we've gone over directly in class, but there are some finer points. I can aid you with that if you'd like. Though in return, I'd appreciate a fresh pair of eyes to help revise my military science essay. It'd be my pleasure. Would you like to study with me, Fee? I guess so. Oh, would you two mind if I jumped in too? I could use a little refresher on my classics. Of course, you're more than welcome. Would you like to join us, Laura? No, I appreciate your invitation, but I'll have to pass this time. There's a subject I need to review in private. I'll see you all later. Huh. What's up with her? Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but I could have sworn I saw her looking over at Fee. Hey, Reen? What is it? You heading back to the dorms? You're totally welcome to come study with us if you want. I wasn't planning on heading straight back. I might come and join you guys a bit later. Alright then. Perhaps we'll see you later. I have to what? You need to raise Reen's knowledge for him to ace the exams. How the fuck do I raise his knowledge? I have done nothing of that sort. How the fuck do I raise his knowledge, bro? Really, I don't know how to... Oh, he has an umbrella also? That's kind of cool, actually. Van just fucking runs in the rain, honestly. Van just accepts it. Reen at least has an umbrella. I did. Okay, but like, that man says that, but unironically, I did that shit in school. Unironically, I actually like studied right before I went to bed, and then I reread it when I woke up in the morning. Like, unironically, that's how I studied. Because I could never remember everything the longer I took to study it. So it was always like the day before my test. I know this makes no sense to a lot of people, but the more I spend on a topic learning it, the less I remember it. So I only ever study like once for the tests, and it was usually the night before or the morning of. Because the longer I spent on a topic, the more I forgot it. Who studies? Fair point. That was assuming I did study. Because half the time I actually didn't study. I just know shit, bro. Oh, so this is where you are. Wow, when you guys study, you two don't mess around. Well, no better motivator than fear, right? Our exams start tomorrow, and we've got to know our oral science. I want to make sure I study as much as I possibly can before then. There's no such thing as too prepared. Besides, this is our last chance to get a full day of studying in. How about it, Reen? Up for one last marathon study session? That's a shame. Well, if you change your mind, we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Keep that in mind. Oh, fuck. So... I have 3 study points. Guarantee you there are significantly more than 3 things to do. Oh, is that why I needed the fresh milk? Oh. Fun fact, you actually can't buy anything right now. So you have to buy it in chapter 2. Oh. Oh, hello there. Did you come along to review some of what we covered in class? Actually, I was just passing by. Oh, come on now. There's no need to be shy, not when it comes to history. Let's get started, shall we? Why don't we go over every little thing that might possibly come up in your exam? This sounds like it could be helpful if I actually stay awake. Increase your knowledge of Erebonian history. What? Where? Hmm? Oh. 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 Oh, is it that? A book entitled Political Economics, a primer sits primarily on the shelf. Given the subject matter, this book seems really accessible. This should probably make for a good refresher. Oh dear God. There's a famous saying about days like these. Margaritas always go down smoothest in the rain. That's why I'm so tantalizing when the dark clouds roll in. But just look, don't touch. I think I've hit my limit, actually. Just when will my darling come for me? What if he's preparing a single umbrella to walk me home with? Oh my, how chivalrous of him. Goodbye. What, has Margarita given up on going after Crow? Good, because Crow's mine. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. As long as everyone keeps their clothes on, I'm fine with helping you two study. It'd probably help me too. Are the two of you going over Erebonian history? I can't memorize things like this. Because it's all pointless. Fee, that seems a little harsh. Oh, I know. Why don't you join us, Reen? I'm sure it would make studying more enjoyable for Fee, too. Okay, so right now we have Emma and Fee, and, Elliot and Machias. Too bad. You're always welcome if you want to come back later, though. Thanks, I might just do that. I only have 3 points. Listen, man, I have to figure out all the people. Before I make my decision of the 3. What is this? It's more like a comic book than a traditional textbook. It does seem historically accurate, though. Can't hurt to give it a read. Oh, dear God. Oh, hi, Reen. How goes the studying? I suppose it's probably fine. But these are going to be my first midterms ever, so I'm more than a little nervous. Ah, first years. How innocent. It doesn't help that military academies have a lot of subjects other schools don't, but you'll get used to it. That's true. Combat studies and military science, to name 2. Oh, and you're going to want to make sure that you're ready for the political economics exam, too. Why's that? Well, it's Mustache Man's subject. I hate that I know who Mustache Man is. That's not a very nice thing to call Vice Principal Heinrich, Angie. He doesn't seem like the type to write a ridiculously hard exam. Oh, I know. How about I give you a hand in studying for it, if you're free at least? Are you sure? Of course. You're always helping me out, right? Political economics is Toa's strongest subject. You wouldn't want to pass this up. Okay, so I have... Who? Who have I seen? Emma and Fee, Elliot and Machias, and Toa. Okay. There's gotta be more, because that was 3, and I only have 3 study things. What? Yeah, I hate that I know who Mustache Man was when they said when Angelica said Mustache Man. Wow. Who's possibly in here? Oh, Crow. Hey there, Reen. What's up? Hold on. Let me guess. You were studying away and nice and diligently when your orbital lamp suddenly went out. Swing and a miss. You two seem pretty relaxed despite how close the midterms are getting. Who do you think you're talking to? I know better than anyone that it's pointless to start studying this late in the game. How's that working out for you? I was actually pretty good when it comes to the practical stuff. Survival skills, first aid, all those kinds of things. That tracks. Really? See? All the stuff you don't need to study for. But if you're feeling shaky about any of it, I'm happy to teach you a thing or two. No! Why is he in— oh god! Oh, nar! Okay, so far we have Emma and Fee, Elliot and Machias, Crow, and Toa. There's gotta be more. I want to hang out with Crow, though, because Crow. I don't have a reasoning. It's just because Crow. Do I need to give a reasoning? Or is that a sufficient enough reasoning? Is because Crow. Wait. Oh no, they are up here. Oh, are you two studying? Elisa probably met up with Laura because she was worried about her. Yeah, we both figured we had a lot of art to brush up on. It's probably not our most important subject in the grand scheme of things, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try. I've never had to deal with a series of exams right in a row like this. Laziness could very well be tantamount to failure. Would you like to join us, Reen? Lisa and Laura, Emma and Fee, Elliot and Machias, Crow, and Toa. There's gotta be one with Gaius and Eustace, because those are the only two from the class I haven't seen yet. There's a book of military science on the bench? What? Which one? I don't know, man. What? What are you talking about, bro? Oh. This is one well-written book. The illustrations really bring things to life, too. Wait a second. This probably belongs to someone. Nobody would leave a book like this behind, so I'm sure they'll be back soon. I'll just leave this here. Oh. I don't know how do I leave? Other way? Oh. Sorry, I can't figure out how to leave the buildings. It's my greatest enemy in this game is I can't figure out how to leave a building once I enter it. Okay, but like, I know it's June and it rains a lot in June generally. But because this is a JRPG, my brain goes, who's dead? Or who's gonna die? You can't tell me it's raining just because, bro. Something's gonna happen. Naruto has broken me too much. No, bro, listen. In every fucking JRPG, when it starts raining, someone is gonna die or someone already has died. The game just hasn't told you yet. Oh, I already talked to you. Still go inside again. Right here? You're studying for the midterms right here? I've played too many games and seen too many anime to know how Mademoiselle's pronounced, bro. I hear that shit so fucking often. Goddamn. There are a couple of art history things that I needed to clear up, actually. Knowledge of art. Cool, cool. Watch me fuck it up. Nah, I just remember things from Daybreak. I've actually got an orbital science question to ask you. Or knowledge of orbital science. There we go. Yes, sir. That's quite the claim. Wait, he's a student? I thought he was the teacher. Oh, dear God. No, I haven't noticed that you're good at something for once. But you've got pencil marks all over your hands. Oh, they're there. Oh, are the two of you studying military science? Looks like you guys are tearing through things too. More or less. You caught us just as we reached the section on military symbols. Care to join us? Too bad. Come back if you change your mind, though. We'd be happy to have you join us. Okay. Oh dear God, it's her. You're just making things up now. But what if she does have some sort of special powers? I mean, it couldn't hurt to study that page just in case. Okay. Evan, where are the books? There's one in the music room. Which one was the music room? Not that. Wait. Why would one book cover such different topics? Still, it'll probably cover some of the stuff on our exams. Wouldn't hurt to give it a read. Are any more that I missed? Did I get the one in the Student Union building? I think. Can I check that? No, I can't check it. I think. I'll go check again. Yeah, I did. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to view all of the study things, but I'm going to save so I can see all of them. First, we're starting with Elisa and Laura. I'd love to. The exams are supposed to be focused on the basics of illustration, right? You got it. Let's get started. How about you ask the first question, Reen? Sure. Okay, first question. Elisa, what is a dessin? I think it's a drawing that makes use of monochrome lines of varying heaviness to highlight the way light hits its subject. You think correctly. So, Laura, what exactly is a sketch? A sketch portrays its subject roughly, with very little in the way of detail. I suppose it could be likened to an early first draft of a drawing. That's right. Sketches and dessins are basically two sides of the same coin, since both are used to start a painting. The big difference is that dessins usually take some time to finish, whereas sketches are pretty quick. But there's a method that's even quicker and more basic than sketching. Any ideas, Laura? That would be crocus, I believe. You two know your stuff, but maybe that just means you should be using harder questions to study with. Let me see if I can find some. Hey, Reen, if you want, I can ask the next set of questions. It's hardly effective studying if you don't get to answer any questions yourself. It's okay, don't worry about it. Just give me a minute here and I'll find you a really good one. Well, if you insist. Maybe we should have expected this. He really is a kind-hearted person. You were doubting that? I'm sorry, they were doubting Reen being a kind-hearted person? Why were you doubting that? Okay. And now we go to the Student Union building. Ooh, Emma and Fee. Sounds like a good idea. The exam's going to be focused on the War of the Lions, right? That's right. Shall we start from the beginning then? After that, Dryshul's gathered soldiers in the Nord Highlands, and in the year 952 of the Septian calendar, he liberated the capital, bringing the war to an end. Excellent. Well done, Fee. I guess it stuck. Incidentally, the war came to an end in July of that year, which is next month, so that's easy to remember. They say it was raining in Heimdall that day, but legend has it that the moment Emperor Dryshul stepped into the city, the rain stopped. Huh, that's neat. Yeah, that seems like a story that'll stick in my memory. You're a pretty good teacher, aren't you? Well, I'm always using tricks like these to help me remember things. If you're having fun while you study, it makes it that much easier for the material to stick in your memory. Interesting. So that's your method. Well, if you can do it, we can do it too. Shall we finish this stuff off then? Please. I just make up songs. That helps me remember shit. 5 away? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now, Emma? Sure, couldn't hurt. I didn't know a thing about military science until we entered the academy, so I'm not feeling terribly confident. It's not as though most schools teach military... What in the fuck? No, I don't got it. What the fuck is that word? Is dyslexia going brr, or... Is it not how it's... Is it not spelled like how it's pronounced? Evan? How the fuck... What is that word? Minutia? The fuck? Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that, man. Minutia? That's how it's said? That's stupid. Okay. It just means the trivial details of something. Ugh. Dumb. It's not as though most schools teach military minutiae alongside literature and math. We're all in the same boat here. Either way, we'd be happy to have another person to paddle. Have a seat. Then let's begin. Map marking symbols are used to represent an assortment of different units and formations. This is the symbol for infantry. Huh? Green, try to draw the symbol for headquarters from memory. Gotcha. I'm pretty sure it's this. Wait, do I have to know this? Guys, think you can draw the symbol for an armored troop? Sure, this should be it. That's an oval. Now I have a tough one for you. What does this symbol mean? Hangman. No? That's engineer, right? No, it means hangman. You got it. Phew. There's so much to memorize for this class, and the fact that we're going in blind makes it even worse. These seem like the raw basics, too. Given that not all of us will end up involved with the military, it does seem a little excessive. But bear in mind that our military science class is to teach us how to deal with harsh situations efficiently. In that sense, there's plenty to learn even if we never find ourselves on a battlefield. That's probably why it's mandatory. If it could save our lives, we owe it to ourselves to do well. Agreed. Evan, am I the only one? It's a little sad that Nate has just kind of like fucking vanished as he does for almost a week and not vibing in a VC with him. Cause I'm sad. Nate is like vanish into the ether as he does every once in a while. No, that's why I haven't really played any PC games, because there's no Nate. There's no Nate to play them with me or watch me play them. Sure, I'll join you guys for a while. Orbital science isn't quite my forte anyway. In that case, let's get started with the basics. Sounds good to me. So, orbital energy is generated by septium, right? And it differs from other types of energy in that it replenishes itself over time. It's hard to imagine what life would be like without it. Orbital energy is in everything. Lighting, railways, telephones, battle orbments. No, I'm okay. That word is segues, right? Okay, that segues nicely into our next topic. Let's talk about battle orbments. So here's the funny thing about the word segues like that. I knew it was a word that people use, because I've heard people use it before. I've never actually seen it spelled out in a sentence. But, like, I've heard people use it before, in that sense. Well, no, okay, because segue is, like, a different thing. But I didn't know that, like, that segues into... I didn't know that it was spelled differently than the Segway you ride on. So, like, I've heard people say that segues into, but I didn't actually... I've never seen it spelled out in a sentence. Their first key feature is their portability. The second is their ability to synchronize with their user, allowing them to easily use orbital arts, magic for the everyman. Feature 3 is their flexibility. A battle ornamen's capabilities can change dramatically based on the quartz within. That summary wouldn't have been more perfect if we read it out of the textbook. That's Armachius. I can't believe you could rattle off all that without even stopping to think. But if you already have the basics down, are you trying to help me instead of focusing on what you really need to study? No, it's not that. Reciting the information I've learned like this helps it stick in my memory. It might look flashy, but this is really productive studying for me. You know, I feel him. Reciting shit is a valid reason to remember things. Well, everyone needs a method. As I said earlier, it's not possible to be too prepared. And while we still have a lot of ground to cover in our oral science review, I would appreciate it if you would help me study for a few others when we're done. Of course. I'd be happy to. Really? Well, thanks. I like how quickly Machias forgave Reen, but for some reason, hasn't forgiven Eustace. Did he learn nothing about how Eustace was dealing with his own family? Except his brother, because his brother's great. Crow. Sure, I'll take you up on that. Wait, you serious? It was worth it just for his reaction. The idea of Crow teaching anyone anything is a little unnerving. What's the worst that could happen? Were you just joking? Nah, it's cool. Might as well show you the ropes. Cool if we borrow a chair or two, George? Go for it. And so, Crow passed all of his knowledge on to Reen. That's concerning, actually. Don't pass all of your knowledge on to Reen. Don't corrupt him. That about sums up what they'll be testing you first years on. You should probably make sure you've got CPR down, too. What? I do actually need to brush up on that. Do you think it'll come up? What? It's only one of the most basic things anyone would expect out of a Thor student, so it wouldn't hurt to know. Right, here's how it goes. If you find someone who's collapsed, first step is checking whether or not they're conscious. Chat, we're gonna learn how to do CPR together. It's okay, if you didn't know. If they're unconscious, it's safe to assume that they're in trouble. Next, you're going to want to shout for help. You're not going to want to try and handle this on your own, got it? This is how you do CPR, guys. The more people you have helping you out, the better their chances are to survive. That makes sense. Next up is making sure they're breathing. If they aren't, or something's weird about the way they are, it's CPR time. This basically involves giving them a repeated combination of chest compressions and rescue breaths. You need to keep this up until their pulse and breathing return, got it? Don't give up until the very end. No, that's step 1. No, I'm learning from Crow. It was worth it just to have Crow teach me things. Not in the proper order, but it's fine. Understood. He does seem like the kind of person I could count on in a jam. I guess George was right about him being good at practical stuff. Now all you've gotta do is put that into practice. If you see a girl in need, you better get right in there. Oh my god, Crow! When she wakes up and sees you've saved her life, instant fireworks. Your hands and lips are in the right spots already. Why do I feel like he's speaking from experience? I feel like he's speaking from experience. Every time I think anything positive about you, you go and say something like that. Oh well, this was useful though. Thanks for taking the time to teach me. Good luck, my son. Go out there and get some good grades for me. I regret nothing. I regret nothing. Okay, let's go to Toa now. I figured I couldn't save him for Crow for last, bro. Okay. Go up the staircase. Hi. Bro, I can't breathe from Crow, man. I swear with him. I already read this conversation. Thank you. Well, if you're offering, I'd really appreciate it. I sure am. Let's get started then. The Discord? Which one? You know, that doesn't matter. Hello. Most of the stuff I was unsure about makes a lot of sense now. That's good to hear. We should probably go over some current affairs too. Or an exam? Yeah, the vice principal has a habit of putting questions based on recent news into his exams. This year, maybe we should go over some recently enacted laws. Yeah, that sounds like the kind of thing he'd put in there. Just so most people could be caught off guard, get it wrong, and get lectured for being indifferent about society. Oh, so you know Linky? You know Link? You know Link? Yerp. Angelica scares me. I'd rather avoid that. Recent laws, recent laws, recent laws. The Financial Transactions Act from last year is one of the best known, I suppose. It requires you to inform prospective buyers of the risks when selling them stocks or securities. A number of people have suffered massive losses buying shares lately, so it was passed to keep people informed. So that's the history behind the Financial Transactions Act. Then there's the Imperial Transportation Act, which determines the rules of the road for drivers. That was last year, too. There are more and more people buying cars lately, nobles and commoners, but car accidents were getting out of hand. And that was especially true in Heimdall, which is why that law was enacted there first. I'll have to try and remember that. And then there's the Provisional Taxation Act, which impacted just about every province you could think of. I'm gonna remember nothing I've learned, guys. In other words, a fancy name for the much revealed tax increases. You've been watching him and his buddies for about a week now, causing chaos in the chats? Yeah, that tracks. Chaos? Who does that here? We don't have chaos here. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't let Link tell you otherwise. There's no chaos here, totally. They're being enacted in the provinces, almost doubling land and business taxes. You've probably at least heard of them. I have, yeah. It seemed like a pretty major topic back in Celtic. If he's going to set a question about a recent law, it's probably going to be one of these three. Yep, totally no chaos. Hopefully they'll be some help at least. Even if none of them come up, you've really helped me out. Okay, well you're in one of KO's servers, so... I guess you would be used to chaos by this point. No, there's not- no, we're normal here. I'm feeling a lot more confident now. Thank you both for all your help. I didn't do anything at all, I'm just hanging out. Yeah, I know, Angelica, please leave. If there's anything else you want to know, let me know. I'd be happy to help. Thanks, I will. I'm gonna remember nothing of what I've studied. Oh, it's already time to head home. I didn't even realize because of the rain. I guess I should get ready to head back to the dorms. Normal's boring, bruh.
Excuse me? I do apologize for stopping you on a rainy day like this. Do you know if this is the building in which I might find the principal's office?
Oh, yeah, you're in the right place. His office is in the East Wing, first floor. The receptionist might have gone home already, but I can show you the way if you'd like.
Thank you for your kindness. But I couldn't possibly trouble you more than I have already. I'll be able to find the way, I'm sure. Well then, if you'll excuse me, Master Reen.
Linus, I am going to say this right now. KO streams are a lot more chaotic than mine. I mean, sometimes my streams are chill. Sometimes they're chaotic. Sometimes they're a mix of the two. Her streams are a lot more chaotic than mine, honestly. Just, don't let Link and I play Genshin because we'll do progress for like 1 hour and stare at ass for the other 5.
Wait a minute. How does she know who I am?
Reen?
Hey there, Elisa. Heading back to the dorm?
Oh yeah, Agile's a thing. I forgot Agile's a thing. It's fine.
Yep. Emma and the others are staying a little longer to cram a little more. But I figured I'm not gonna learn much more today, so I might as well call it a night and start prepping for tomorrow.
Right. Well, you're going my way, so what do you say we head back together?
Sure, okay.
Yeah, I have the Twitch Turbo subscription because I watch too many people. I don't want to subscribe to all of them. It's actually cheaper for me, for the people I do watch, to have the Turbo subscription than individually subscribing to every person to not get ads.
Well, at least I got something good out of this downpour.
Is there even a filter between your brain and your mouth?
I feel called out! I feel called out! But Lisa, why you call me out like that?
No need for that between friends. But you're in good company.
No, Link, you're not Reen. I'm basically Reen.
She must be a saint to have put up with you all these years. Anyway, how do you feel? All prepped and ready for our exams?
Not sure. I gave it the best I've got.
Link, I figured out why we can't figure out who you are in this game. Because you're a mix of 2 characters. You're honestly a mix of Laura and Fee. I hate to break this to you, but you're a mix of Laura and Fee. You can't tell me I'm wrong.
Still, I've got that nagging feeling I could have hit the books a little harder. I wish I was as smart as you. Back when we took the entrance exam, only Emma and Makia scored higher than you, right?
Eustace came in a little higher than me too. Back home, I usually came in near the top in exams. I guess that goes to show that Erebonia has no shortage of smart people.
No doubt about that. Bookworms pour in here.
Chapter 3? I think. This is chapter 3, right? I'm pretty sure this is chapter 3.
You said you're from Ruhr, right?
I was told that you didn't have to play the other games to understand Daybreak's story because it's a new arc. That's apparently a lie. Once I played Beyond the Horizon, a lot of the characters they introduced were apparently in this game first. So then I'm like, maybe I should actually know who they are. Like, Green's in it, Crow's in it. Bee's been in that series. She's been in Daybreak since the first game. God damn it, why am I blanking on his name? Rufus is in it. See, what sparked me of wanting to play this game was Van and Reen both told Rufus in Beyond the Horizon that he's supposed to be dead. Twice. He died twice. And I have to know what that means. Because I'm very confused. Also, apparently Sal is in this series. She isn't as mentioned in, I think, Reverie. Yeah, I didn't realize how many of the people in the Daybreak arc were in this game first.
Coming out on top in a city that size is still pretty impressive.
They just assumed I knew who all of them were.
I suppose, though that was just at the Sunday school level. Aren't you curious about, you know, my family and stuff?
You mean the mysterious Elisa R., agent of national intrigue? Well, yeah, of course I am. But you probably have good reasons for keeping it under wraps, so I don't want to pry.
It's not that major or anything. Especially compared to what you and Fee have told us about yourselves.
I've never really thought my family circumstances...
Yeah, but there's 4 games. And Reverie. So technically 5. In this arc, there's technically 5 games. Well, okay, so there's 4 games of Cold Steel, and then there's Reverie, which is the tie-in between Cold Steel and Daybreak, but Reverie's technically a spin-off. While also being canonical at the same time as it be.
I wonder now, when I look at her, what her life in a Jaeger Corps must have been like.
It seems like Instructor Sarah knows more about her past than we do.
Supposedly, I think this was the shortest game. I think 4 is the longest, and I think this one's the shortest. 2 might be shorter. I don't remember which one of these games is the shortest, actually, now that I think about it. Hold on. Oh, 2 is the shortest. This is the second shortest. And then it's Cold Steel 3, and then Cold Steel 4 is the longest. So Cold Steel 2 is shorter than this game, but Cold Steel 3 is longer than this game. And then Cold Steel 4 is the longest of the 4 games.
Back
at the entrance ceremony, I got the impression they'd met before.
Same. Oh, speaking of weird meetings, I ran into someone kind of strange earlier.
Oh?
Yeah, I was talking to her just before you called to me.
A maid who knew your name? This isn't the part where it turns out she knows you because you've tried to hit on her in town before, is it?
As if an upstanding guy like me could pull off the Casanova act. She seemed a couple years older than us, maybe 20 or so.
A maid in her early 20s.
Something wrong?
No, just thinking.
Yes, yes I am. Indeed.
There's no way it could really have been her. Mother keeps her far too busy to find the time to come here. Ahem. Anyway, maybe the upper-class dorm has a new hire starting out or something? Though that wouldn't explain how she knew your name. Maybe you're just more popular than you let on.
A few months, I want to say. I don't remember how long. I know it's been at least a few months. To be fair, it wasn't like 2000. To be fair, it started at like 2000. So.
If only.
It's just that my computer in like October, like the middle of October, my stream computer died mid-stream and it won't turn back on. Like, I've even tried like changing out the power cables. It won't turn back on. It's just dead. It's gone. Oh, wait, am I actually... Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's lock in, gamers. Yeah, I have an in-house tech support. He's like, nah, it's gone. He couldn't figure out how to turn back on. It's gone. The Middle Ages War of the Lions was brought to an end by Emperor Dryschulus. When did the war end? June 810, July 952, August 964, September 1016. This one? This should be the right answer. Wait, was that the correct answer? Sound? Mr. A wants to draw a rough-colored watercolor image. Which of the following styles would be most appropriate? Sketch, design, focus, tracing. Sketch? Sketch. Sketch. I know art. I know art. We went over what Dessen is. During one of the scenes with studying, I think it was with, Elisa and Laura, they went over what a Dessen is. Link was here during that. Apparently Link's already forgotten. It, like, just happened. Like, 30 minutes prior to this. Bro, you forgot after 30 minutes? Damn. Figure 1 depicts a military formation. What type of unit is currently advancing? I don't remember what they are. Okay. I don't remember what any of these symbols stand for. I wasn't looking at the symbols. I was just reading the words. Armored? I'm going with armored. I don't know. The following statements about orbments all purport to be true, which one is not. Abilities change based on quartz. They synchronize with their user. Allow arts usage without quartz. Orbal energy recovers over time. Which one's not true? Allow arts usage without quartz. Wait. Of the following laws enacted last year, which came into force first in Heimdall. Financial Transactions Act, Provisional Taxation Act, Imperial Public Transportation Act, or International Criminal Law Act. This one? Imperial Public Transportation Act? Oh, what the hell? Emergency CPR is divided into roughly 4 stages. Am I supposed to pay attention to what Crow said? Or am I supposed to disregard what Crow told me? A. Check if the person is breathing. B. Check if the person is conscious. C. Perform chest compressions and rescue breaths. D. Call for help in a loud voice. Put these stages into the correct order. Give me a second. I think I'm supposed to be going with what Crow said. So this one. Congratulations on making it through 4 days of exams. What do you know? It looks like the rain ended right along with them. Clearly this is the goddess's way of rewarding you for all your hard work. I don't think that reasoning would stand up to scrutiny. I'm totally spent. It's over. You worked really hard, Fee. Anyway, today's a free day, so take the chance to unwind and blow off all the pent-up exam stress. They'll post the results next Wednesday, so take it easy until then. But don't relax too much because you've got your next practical exam next Wednesday afternoon too. With all the intensive studying, I'd completely forgotten about that. You could stand to be a little more considerate with the timing of your announcement. So next Wednesday is when we'll know where we're going for our next field study? Yep, you'll be shipping out that weekend for another exotic trip. Anyway, make the most of tomorrow, everyone. You've earned at least one day off. I guess I should probably attend a club practice once in a while. Oh, and one more thing. I've got some business to take care of out of town after we're all done here. I won't be back until tomorrow night, so don't, like, burn the dorm down while I'm gone or anything.
Now that the exams are over, I feel free as a bird. And I'll keep on soaring, at least until the results come back.
sympathize, but personally, I've got a good feeling about these. How about you, Emma? How do you think you did?
Well,
I also ask rhetorical questions. If I want chat to actually answer me, I will say chat. I mean, you're welcome to answer me. I probably won't look at chat. I tend to put chat in timeout occasionally and not actually look at chat. But I tend to ask rhetorical questions.
I don't think I did too badly, all things considered.
Just stop before you embarrass yourself.
We'll just have to wait and see what next week's results look like. Anyway, what do you think that was all about with Instructor Sarah?
Oh, you mean that whole thing about going out of town to meet someone?
Wait, I'm confused though, because wasn't the sketch one correct?
Going out of town? Won't be back.
Because it didn't give me, like, the notification that it was right. Did I not get the book? I swear I did.
She's going to meet her secret lover?
Impossible. The Empire hasn't yet turned out a man
What the?
desperate enough to woo that alcoholic type.
You have a point. I can't deny she's got the looks to snare a man, but with that personality and that lifestyle.
You guys are terrible. Totally agreed, though.
Ouch. Not surprised to hear that from you, though, Green. She always seems to dump the most work on you.
You know, and this is about me, where if I can't figure something out, I will ask a rhetorical question that I don't want chat to, like, actually answer me on, unless I say chat. But, I will actually resort to Google before I resort to chat. I will actually resort to Google before I resort to chat.
Will you be helping the student council again tomorrow?
That's the plan.
I have 2 computers and 2 monitors.
Heck, I'm almost looking forward to being
I can look things up
boy,
while,
I'm studying.
because my potato will explode if I look it up on the stream computer.
Perhaps so.
Oh, please let us know if you plan on exploring the old schoolhouse.
Yeah, I'd be glad to lend a hand this time.
Thanks. Better watch out, though. I might take you up on that offer.
Ooh, it looks like we're all up for a little exploration this time. Come to think of it, where did Gaius run off to? He mentioned the principal wanted to have a word with him. You think he went there?
Oh, yeah. Wonder what that was about.
I hope he hasn't gotten into trouble. I mean, I doubt he would.
I have no idea. He and Laura left early too. I was kind of hoping we could all walk back to the dorm together for once. That sounds nice.
Hey, so this might just be my imagination, but do those two seem kind of awkward around each other to anyone else?
Really?
So you think so too? It seems like it started around the beginning of the month. I wonder if something happened then. It's like they've been avoiding each other ever since.
You say that, but I did not take either as the type to dwell on petty issues or misunderstandings.
Neither did I. We've been trying to suss out what the problem between them is, but so far, no luck.
I wonder if that's what that was all about. Did you see something, Machias?
What happened?
Well, do you remember the day we gave our group reports on what happened during last month's field study? We gave a truthful account, including the part where Fee used an explosive to blast open the door to my cell.
Yeah?
That's when we found out that Fee used to be in a Jaeger Corps. That really threw me for a loop, but what does that have to do with Laura?
Well, when that came up, I couldn't help but notice Laura had a rather unpleasant expression. It flashed across her face for only a moment, though, so I wondered if I had just imagined it.
Interesting.
But even if we assume that's true, what reason would she have to be upset?
I can hardly hazard a guess.
We all have certain things we'd rather keep to ourselves. We even have a member of this very class who remains tight-lipped about her own family, after all.
Do you really have to drag me into this?
My apologies. I meant no offense. I do have my suspicions as to your lineage, however.
Really?
Ugh, you.
Oh no, getting angry won't accomplish anything.
Don't worry. We're not going to twist your arm into telling us. When you're ready to talk about it, we'll be ready to listen.
It's not like I'm trying to make a big deal out of it or anything. It's just, if everyone knew, it'd make things awkward between us, and I don't want that.
Welcome back, my lady. Huh? What? Sharon? It's so delightful to see you again.
Oh, hey. It's that maid I ran into the other day.
You know her?
What are you doing here? She did it. Mother didn't...
No, Link, the normal name is the man named Kevin. Okay? The normal name is the man named Kevin.
But of course, I was sent here at the behest of the chairman herself. Starting today, I will be assuming the position of caretaker for Class 7's dormitory.
Kevin is unironically one of the best characters. I don't know if he's in this game. I started playing this game because I was confused why they meant Rufus died twice. And also, Reen is in it as the main character. And also Crow's in it.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, everyone. My name is Sharon Kruger. I am a servant in the employ of the Rhineford household, Lady Elisa's family. I will do all I can to be of service to you, so please keep me informed of anything you might need.
It has come to my attention that Kevin is a main character in the Trails in the Sky arc. And now I'm just gonna cry. Why is he not in this one? Y'all, what? It's finally telling me what chapter 3 is called. I feel like I've been in chapter 3 for years. Now I really gotta find my copy of the remaster of Trails in the Sky. The first, because I truly don't know where it is. I have the remaster on PS5, I just don't know where it is. I'll find the copy eventually.
Whoa! Simply spectacular. Just how many different types of food are there here?
This looks more than edible. I believe this is what they call an imperial breakfast.
That's right, Emma. It's a traditional Erebonian style of breakfast.
Linus, then you're gonna like hanging out here because honestly, it's 90% of what I play on stream. Honestly, story-heavy games is 90% of the games I play on stream.
I must apologize. It's taken me some time to familiarize myself with this kitchen, so my cooking has been a bit lackluster.
Come now, Sharon. Your skill is something to be praised. This is far more colorful and varied than the breakfast served in my own home.
I would compare this spread favorably with the breakfast served in the Duke's household.
I'm honored that you think so.
Xenoblade is my comfort game. I know that's a bold statement if you know anything on how Xenoblade plays, but Xenoblade is my comfort game. Y'all, I feel like I've been in cutscenes for 20 years. I forgot that, like, the intro into, like, the new chapters are the longest cutscenes in this game.
It sounds like
without doing
big argument
anything.
yesterday.
Not a chance!
But wait, there's more.
I thought I'd finally gotten away from her. I'm not going to let her have her way this time.
My lady, please. I truly don't believe the chairman sent me to keep an eye on you like that. She simply sent me so that her beloved daughter might have fewer inconveniences in her daily life.
I can take perfectly good care of myself. Thank you very much. Oh, fine. I'll take this up with her myself then. Is she in the office at corporate today, or is she out on inspection or something?
I believe she'll be dining with the Ministry of Railways president in the capital today. After that, she'll be continuing her inspection tour, so she won't be back in Ruhr for another 5 days.
Does she ever slow down? I'm surprised she doesn't burn through a pair of shoes a week. Anyway, I'm not going to take this lying down. She's stuck her nose into things one too many times.
I can't believe that R actually stood for Elisa Reinford. And from the sound of it, her mother's the company chairman, too.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that Elisa's mom is basically in charge of the continent's biggest industrial company. Her family's probably got more money than most of the aristocracy. I can see why she'd want to keep her family under wraps, while with all the nobles here.
Anyway, I object to everything about this. Considering how busy Mother is, I'm sure she needs your assistance far more than I do.
I knew it. You're really concerned about her, aren't you? The way you two care so much for each other deep down is one of the reasons I'm so proud to serve you.
That's preposterous.
Oh, my lady, I almost forgot to mention that I made plenty of your favorite apricot jam. Would you like me to spread some on your toast?
Ooh, really? I mean, stop treating me like a child. Though yes, I would like some jam.
It's almost heartwarming to watch.
Looks like Sharon's got her number.
This month, I would like the members of Class 7 to commit themselves to their noble academic pursuits. Though I know, studious as you all are, I can expect that anyway. So on top of that, I'd like you to continue your exploration of the old schoolhouse and report your findings to me, Principal Van Dyke. We're testing the Orbital Bike's capabilities on a highway near Trista. If you're curious, come talk to us in the engineering building. George and Angelica. I'll go for George. Angelica scares me. I am in need of aid. Some fair maiden has sent me several messages proclaiming her love for me, and who could blame her? I simply must know who she is. So, would some kind of soul help find her and bring her to me? More details behind the storage building. Vincent Florold, Year 2, Class 1. A noble? Hey, a request from George and Angelica. It's about the Orbital Bike, too. Wonder what they need my help with. Looks like I'll have to swing by the engineering club before I head to the old schoolhouse. Well, this is the first sun I've seen in days, so I might as well make the most of it. Alright, let's do this. Oh, hold on one second. I have to check something. Save on a new save data. And then load this one. And then I have to go see if I got the music one. No, I did, because it was that one, right? Okay, I did. 30 hours. Am I doing 10 hours a chapter? Oh dear god, it's gonna take me like 70 hours to beat this game. I'm at 30 hours. Okay.